Today I want to share with you one thing you can do that will guarantee you to take better pictures and video. Hey everybody, Kwame here, and in today's video I want to share with you something that I don't see a lot of people talking about online much anymore about, when we're looking at improving our photography or video skills. There's always, use this motion, use this technique, try this, do that, get this new piece of gear, blah blah blah. But this tip I don't see a lot of people talking about, and it's really the one thing you can do that will guarantee you to take better pictures and video. Now, I'm not gonna keep a suspense or anything like that. Really, the one thing you can do is to have a camera that you carry with you every single day. I know, it's really simple, and if that's all you wanted to hear, bye, see you later. But hopefully this video will convince you to have a camera with you every day. Now, I do want to distinguish between a camera and a cell phone, just because, yes, our cell phones are getting better and better. They are taking amazing pictures, and now you can shoot HDR video with like new iPhones. But, your phone can also, you can get text messages, get phone calls, order stuff online. You can get easily distracted using a cell phone. Whereas when I have a camera, as soon as I pick this up, I know in my brain, I just know I'm going to be shooting pictures, shooting video. It makes me more focused on what I'm doing. So that's why I'm distinguishing a camera from a cell phone. Now, if you have like a spare cell phone and you're using that as your point and shoot camera, then this will still apply to you. But really, this is for people who have a dedicated camera. It doesn't matter what camera, just a dedicated camera, right? Reason number one, you're going to see the world differently. So having a camera with you, even if you don't use it, but just having a camera with you, you start noticing things, at least I start noticing things in the world that is more interesting to me than when I don't have a camera with me, right? It's easy to, in our day-to-day going to work or whatever you're doing, it's really easy to miss little things or miss things that would normally, would catch your attention sometimes. But having a camera with you, I think just subconsciously, you're on the lookout for interesting items. You're on the lookout for interesting moments. And if you have a camera with you, you're just going to see the world differently. I know for me, sometimes just picking up the camera and framing like a scene or framing something, it just helps me kind of zone in on, ooh, there's something there. I wonder what it is. And even if I don't take a picture, just putting my eye up to the camera or, looking at the back of the screen, it kind of gets me thinking, is there something there? Should I work on this? Can I, is there something interesting that I'm seeing here, or am I, is it not? And, it's one of these things that unless you have a camera with you, then you don't recognize it, right? So having this camera with me, you having a camera with you, you will start to see the world differently. You will start noticing things that you normally wouldn't notice before. The second reason why you should carry a camera every day is because what's boring to us now will be memorable for us later, right? So an example I like to use is if you're going on, you're commuting to work every day and you take the same commute every single day, right? And to you, it's like, I see this every day. This is boring. I don't know why I want to take a picture of this. But, down the road, when you're not on that commute 10, 15, 20 years later, you can, when you're looking back at some of these pictures, you're like, oh, I remember this area. I remember how this looked. And if you live in the same area, it may be completely different. Or if you go back and visit, what you were commuting to 10 years ago may be a completely different, maybe gone. So having those, taking these pictures, having a camera with you, taking pictures of everyday life is, again, is boring now, but, in the future, it's really, really cool. Taking pictures of the mundane things that we do every day, the way our house is laid out, or what kind of food we're eating, or the toys my kid is playing with or not playing with, now is really, again, it's boring, and it's like, okay, great, he plays with this football every day. No big deal. But in 10 years, you're going to look back and say, oh, I remember that football, and all those memories come flooding back. So that's why I like taking pictures around the house, or we're just going out to the store or something. I bring a camera with me just to take pictures of those mundane things. And number three, and probably the most important thing, is it makes you practice every day, or it makes you practice more often. Maybe not every day. I don't always take pictures every day, but having a camera with me I'm always taking pictures. When I am taking pictures, I'm practicing. So it's not just, a lot of people take pictures, around like the big, like the holidays, or if they're going on vacation, and they always come back saying like, my pictures don't look as good as I wanted them to look. Well, you got to practice, and doing bringing your camera with you every day, taking pictures of the daily mundane things, things that we do every day in our house or where we're just hanging out, that's how you hone your skills. That's how you become a better photographer, videographer. But it's the same with, sports, right? You can't just pick up a basketball and become good. You have to practice, and it's taking 100 shots every day, 10,000 shots every day. So with the camera, maybe it's taking 10 pictures a day, 20 pictures a day. Just having the camera around to pick up and to use on spontaneous moments will make you a better photographer in the long run. And then when you are, at Thanksgiving or family holidays, you're not going to worry about, can I get this picture? Because I've been in this situation before. You just have confidence that you can take the picture, you know what you're doing, and it feels good, and your pictures will be better. Again, having a camera with you every day, taking pictures, daily, every other day, weekly at the very least, you will become a better photographer and videographer. So if you want to shoot video and share it online, that will also work. So the camera that I'm using as my everyday carry camera is the Sony A6100 with the 18-105 lens. Now, you don't have to use this camera or lens. Like, this video isn't about this camera lens setup. This is just what I use. And when I got this camera, I actually was going to keep the 16-55 kit lens because I was traveling to an office several times a day or several times a week, taking my kid to school, dropping him off, picking him up every day, 5 days a week, going to coffee shops, working out of there. And so I wanted something small that I could take pictures of, kind of like street photography style, and just have with me. But now that we're not doing that, and we've been around the house more, this 18-105 is really nice because it's a constant f4, so inside the house it's perfectly fine. But I can also get really wide pictures, zoom in, and what's also nice about it is the lens doesn't protrude. So when I'm zooming in and out, if I'm over at the table or something like that, I can pick up the camera, take a quick picture real quick, and no one knows if I'm getting a wide shot or a telephoto shot. So this works for me. I have a little thumb grip on here to make it more comfortable to hold, and have an L bracket so I can quickly put this in an Arca Swiss tripod. If we're heading out, to the mountains or something, again, I only bring one camera, one lens, but I will bring my little Joby Gorilla Pod, and then I can set my camera in here. Let's see. I can set the camera in here like this and get a, quick panel if I wanted to, or a lot of times we do selfie pictures, and we'll just set the camera up on a tripod, flip up the screen, take a picture. It's really nice to have that, this little tiny tripod. I have brought bigger tripods, but this just works. And, this whole setup, this is all I bring with me, and it's really nice. And I will throw in the Samyang 24 f2.8 lens if I want, if I know we're gonna be indoors and after dark and it's not gonna be a lot of light, then I'll bring that, and I can get a little bit more light in with that f2.8. But other than that, this is the camera I use. So some tips I would give you guys, if you're thinking about doing this. First of all, keep your camera setup simple. You don't need 3 lenses. You don't need to carry around big telephoto. Like, find something that works for you. Keep it simple, and don't stress too much about like corner sharpness or edge to edge sharpness and all that kind of stuff. Just take pictures. Be consistent. Just keep your, even if it's a point and shoot camera, keep it simple, because the point of this is just to practice and to document our daily life and all that good stuff. So don't sweat it too much. Second, don't be intrusive, right? Like, if you're taking pictures of your family every day or daily or weekly, whatever you're doing, you don't want to be like in their face. Hey, everybody, look at me, smile, this and that. Like, don't do that. They're not models. They have their own life, so if there's something your kid's doing that's really cute, take a picture of what they're doing. Don't interrupt them by saying, hey, you guys, look at me, say cheese, because that takes away from the moment of whatever they're doing. So just, whatever you're taking pictures of, like whoever you're taking pictures of, be considerate of them. Don't be too intrusive. I'm even like that with the dogs. I'll go up to them, take a couple pictures, and then get out of their face, because they've grown up with my kid, and my dogs have grown up with a camera around them, but it's never like a stop what you're doing, smile, say cheese, that kind of stuff. There are times for those type of pictures, but typically I say just don't be intrusive. Just take pictures as you're going throughout the day. And then the third one is keep your camera out in an area that is where you guys normally hang out, right? So it's all great if you have a camera, you got everything set up, you're locked and loaded to start taking more pictures, but it's tucked away in your office or in your basement or something, right? Like, that's not a good place for your camera. So I highly recommend keeping it, somewhere central to where you hang out. For me, I keep it upstairs on our dining room table. We don't use it for eating all that often. We eat in the kitchen. So for me, it's there. And so we have like an open concept floor plan. So if something's happening in the living room, I can just grab the camera real quick, turn around, take a picture. If something's happening in the kitchen, grab my camera, take a picture. The nice part about having it in a central location is that you will take more pictures if it's out and readily available. Even someone like me who loves taking pictures and video, if my camera is downstairs, I sometimes I'm like, I'll pass on this one. And then lastly, I would say don't look at your pictures right away, right? Maybe like what I do, I usually do it weekly with this camera. Weekly, I'll empty them out onto the computer, go through them, that kind of stuff. But unless it's something, my kid had a birthday recently, so that was of course take some pictures and try to get them edited real quick and then send them off to friends and family. However, most of the time, like, I'll take pictures throughout the week and I just leave them on the memory card, leave the camera where it's at, and then once a week, probably usually Sundays to be honest, we'll come down here, load them onto the computer, and then start going through them, sync them with Lightroom and all that good stuff. And we can talk about that in a separate video of like what to do with your pictures when you're done. But for right now, I'm just encouraging you guys to take more pictures. So that is my reasoning and hopefully my pitch to you to have an everyday carry camera with you. Even if you're not traveling or commuting or anything, I really encourage you to have a camera around you, because you will become a better photographer and a better videographer. Yes, you can take all the courses that you want. You can buy all the presets. You can get the best camera. But if you don't just practice, as Allen Iverson once said, practice. If you don't practice, you're not going to become a better photographer. And then when you do go on these once-in-a-lifetime trips, or you have these family get-togethers, you're not going to want to take pictures because you're not going to feel confident. Trust me, I've been there. I know that. But now I have no problems whipping out the camera at Thanksgiving, taking some pictures of the food, taking some pictures of people eating, and then putting it away. Like, I don't need to take pictures, like have a formal photography session. It's more of just casual because that's how I shoot. And because I do it multiple times a week, I feel very comfortable doing that now. Thank you guys for watching this video. I will have affiliate links down below to this camera. I will also have a link to the review that I made of this camera down below. I will also have links to my website to where you can see pictures that were in this video in a higher resolution view if you want to. Thank you guys as always for watching this video. Please go out, take more pictures, keep your camera out, keep a camera with you, and I will see you in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye bye.